Good afternoon, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. At least I think it's Saturday. You know, you can't tell anymore with quarantine. So, I thought I'd share with you guys what we're having for dinner tonight. Because I thought it was a useful way that we also, from our ham from Easter, how we were actually able to stretch it and everything like that, and kind of what we're doing and everything. That actually worked out, kind of fell into place all perfectly at the same time, because last week Aldi had sale on corn. This week Jewel had they had huge watermelons for $4. Normally it's like I don't pay that much for watermelon, but it's still really early in the season, so I guess it's an okay price. And again, I feel like prices are a little fluctuating right now and stuff like that, just because of, you know, pandemic and everything. We ended up grilling for dinner tonight, but with the ham, leftover ham, we had just a little bit that was chopped up, that my mom had like chopped up into cubes that was still left over from Sunday, that we froze, I think that in the ham bone or something like that. So we ended up using the leftover chopped up pieces that were at like maybe about a cup or so, made it into pasta salad. And we had some hamburgers, and we have a lot of hot dogs actually. I think we had like 4 packages of hot dogs in the freezer also. So we've been defrosting them and using them for grilling, and then also to like mac and cheese with hot dogs, because that's a super easy one. So obviously, like, you know, if there's a night when everybody's just exhausted, we really don't want to cook or anything like that, we can't necessarily go out to eat or something, and we're not really like trying to do takeout or anything as well. Actually, I don't think we've done any takeout or gotten any fast food, just trying to use what we have at home as well, so that again, we're not exposing ourselves or exposing anybody else more than need be. So like I said, since we have food here, even though sometimes, you know, you just get to that point where you're like, I just don't feel like cooking, but you're like, you know what, it's just an easy make some boxed macaroni and cheese and throw some hot dogs in there. It's a little bit of protein. So yeah, like I said, we've had a couple. So I think one day this week we'll probably do mac and cheese on a day when hopefully we're like, I am tired and don't want to make anything for dinner. Like I said, it's just an easy one because obviously everybody's home too. So it's not like there's a night where we can be like, well, you know what, we just won't cook and we'll just have, you know, there's only going to be 3 people or 2 people home or whatever, because other people are going out doing things. You know, it's just like me and Jack are home or something like that. You know, would be like, oh, you know, normally it'd be like, we'll just, you know, like I'll make myself something and Jack will make himself like a can of ravioli or something, you know. But obviously, since everybody's home at the same time, it's kind of hard to, you know, we'd go through like last resort things. And then on top of that too, also for lunch. So mac and cheese might also be for lunch, you know, one day with hot dogs in it. So like I said, that's kind of where we are. But we had a big thing, my dad got a big thing of hamburgers at Aldi a couple of weeks ago. We used them last weekend, again this weekend. I don't know if there's any left. If there are, we might have one more dinner out of those. And again, hot dogs. My mom and Matthew still have not eaten, but we've got buns, my mom's leftover brownies from yesterday. Like I said, a huge, great big thing I chopped up of all of the, what's it called? The watermelon. And then this is a pasta salad that I ended up making. It was totally a sort of made up pasta salad. Originally I was just gonna do the like pasta with mayo, a little bit of milk, and peas, because we have tons of cans of peas in our pantry for some reason. My dad's family, I guess my dad's dad had a recipe for like pasta salad that was pretty much that, but it was with shell noodles and it was mixed peas and carrots, and that was pretty much how, like, you know, they do it. But since I found, like I said, I remembered that we still had the leftover ham, I was like, let's put that in, add that along with, you know, the other stuff. My mom said, why don't you add a little bit of cheese and chop up a bell pepper? So that's what this ended up as, like just kind of a hodgepodge pasta salad. But you know what, everybody has been liking it, and this we'll probably have enough leftovers that this could be lunch maybe again for tomorrow for a couple people as well. And then I've got salad chopped up as well, which is also good too, because when we have this, my mom has got some shredded chicken that she can add over the top of this for lunch. My dad has got crab meat, like imitation crab meat, that can be made into like, you know, a salad as well for himself. And then I chopped up, we had a bunch of oranges. Jack prefers to eat oranges chopped up, so that's the way I did it. And we had 2 things of corn left over from a 5-pack that we got last week at Aldi. We used 3 when we grilled on Sunday, or no, Saturday I think we grilled last week. So we used 3 of those, and we have 2 left over from the 5-pack. So we cooked up those. My mom and Matthew are gonna have those most likely. So yeah, that's what we ended up doing for dinner tonight. Like I said, it's a good way to use up, again, our ham, some of our leftovers, you know, some hot dogs, and like, you know, a little taste of everything. But again, it's stuff that, you know, we're not gonna eat all of the watermelon today, so this will probably last throughout the week, that we can have some fresh produce to snack on as well. And I'm sure maybe you guys saw, my dad got a good deal when he went to the Jewel yesterday. They had apples, which he got a bunch of Fiji apples and Granny Smith apples as well. We've got a couple of little, I think they're pink ladies left in there as well. And then some bananas too. So we do have some like fresh produce, but like not as much as I like to keep. You guys know I love to have fresh produce in the house, and there's like not a whole ton, especially because we're not shopping at as many grocery stores either too. But Jewel also had strawberries for 99 cents, and my dad said they were out. That was the only thing he couldn't find at the store. And he forgot to get flour yesterday because we used it all up making that homemade bread. So yep, guys, that was what was for dinner. But we used up like the ham. The ham was, I think, a $6 ham. We had it on Easter. We had leftovers for 2 days, and then after that my mom used the bone. Like I said, she chopped up what was left of the leftovers, and then that's what I again used in the pasta salad today. And then we also ended up doing split pea soup yesterday with a ham bone and kind of just the like leftover Matthew's in here, the leftover like, you know, pieces that were kind of just, you know, hanging around the bone still. So that's what I ended up making. Like, it was pretty much 5 dinners that we paid for a $6 ham. Again, other stuff too, like we needed the peas, the split peas for the pea soup, and you know, the other stuff for the pasta salad. But I mean, we were able to use that whole ham up pretty much throughout the whole way, you know, in all of the different, you know, like, you know, switching it up so it's not just eating straight up ham. We were able to do it in a couple of different ways. So that was awesome, guys. Like I said, we got a nice big, you know, plethora of food for dinner tonight. And now I'm actually... like we're not stuck inside. You know, most of the stuff that, like I said, is chopped up will last for the week. The salad, the oranges, the pasta salad will probably be like on lunch maybe tomorrow or the next day or something like that. And then also to the watermelon. So we do have some fresh produce, but there's, like I said, and apples and bananas and stuff like that. But you guys know I'm always like, oh, we got like, you know, a ton of berries and stuff like that. But at the same time too, because I know stores don't have as much, I'm like, normally I buy like 4 packages of strawberries when they're 99 cents. But I was like, just grab 2, I guess. You know, or, you know, I don't know, there's something else too where I was like, okay, like just grab like 1 thing instead of like grabbing like 8 of them or something like that. Because I know that, again, some supply and stuff like that, while stores, and especially in our area now, are very well stocked, there's some stores that don't have a whole, you know, ton of stuff. And I, you know, they seem like they're running out, because again, we got to the store and they didn't even have strawberries, so we wouldn't have even been able to get 4. So like I said, we're kind of, you know, trying to do our part, as well as making sure that other people in our, you know, community also have, you know, are able to eat the food that's on sale, you know, instead of, again, normally we stock up when there's a really good sale on something, and so we've been able to do that less. So while, you know, like stores are still being stocked and everything like that, you know, it's just like, I guess, to be considerate to make sure that, again, some people are still able to get fresh produce that want to, and especially too when it's on sale. So you know, like I said, we're trying to do our best, but like I said too, it's hard because I wouldn't buy all my produce at one store. You guys know I normally would shop around, go to Valley Produce, Caputo's, Aldi, Jewel, you know, and then we'd sometimes shop around at some of the other like dollar stores and stuff like that, not necessarily for produce, but for some of our other things. And so now that we're not doing that, it's like, I feel like we're like we have less and less, you know, because we normally would stock up so much when there was a good sale on something, and because we're only shopping at maybe 1 to 2 stores kind of a week, you know, like my dad might go every 5 days or so to the grocery store and kind of try and switch it to like maybe go to Aldi one week, go to Jewel or something like that, or maybe go to Aldi and then Jewel in a couple of days. Our way of shopping has definitely changed, so it's something that we're having to adapt to. And again, my 2 big stores where I get most of my produce, Valley Produce and Caputo's, especially the cheapest, I get my produce there. You know, we're not shopping at those 2 stores right now, so while Jewel is still pretty good, they're not normally the cheapest. You know, they were 99 cents per pound apples, whereas normally I get them for like sometimes 29 cents a pound, you know, so obviously it's costing a little bit more just shopping at 1 store versus shopping around at multiple stores to get all of the deals sort of for that week and everything. Doing good. We're able to, like I said, kind of use up what we have, be frugal still, and, you know, still be able to eat good, use up, you know, leftovers and stuff like that. The thing that I think this quarantine has really taught me though is how to use up my leftovers the most. And like I was still aware of like the leftovers and stuff like that, but normally I'd just be like, oh, you guys just have leftovers one night or something like that. But I'm really starting to figure out like, what can I use that for to make it into leftovers, you know, and stuff like that, instead of just, like I said, with the ham, I think is a good example of how we were able to actually make it into different meals as well once we were done with it. You know, or like almost to the extent of being done with it that there wasn't much else to eat other than the bone, and we still ended up making that into something. You know, and the little bit of scraps that were left, throw it into a, you know, pasta salad and then grill. Like I said, we've been able to, you know, use up a lot of what we have and stretching things further than what we're used to doing. So we're still, I think grocery budget wise, we're still doing really good, you know, and everything like that, with being able to, you know, still stay under budget and everything. And on top of that, we're not eating out, so it's also saving us money. But it's just, it's a new concept and kind of having to learn of, you know, we are gonna not go out to eat because we have, you know, we can turn something else into something else, which is a little bit painful, just because some nights you're like, I just want to go out and eat, or, you know, I just don't want to make something for dinner. You know, so me and my mom have like been splitting it sort of. You know, she made the split pea soup yesterday. My dad grilled, but I organized the grilling process and everything like that. So, you know, and I made the pasta salad and cut everything else up. But yeah, I also made not my pasta salad, but sort of that like Tex-Mex sort of thing that I've made. I showed you guys a couple of times. I made that, and then that's when I kind of got inspired to make the pasta salad to grill for dinner tonight. And I was like, okay, you know what, let's just, because I already dirtied one pan to make noodles, I was like, I'll just do the same thing and make a pasta salad. So there we are. That's how today's dinner actually came to fruition, was because I was making myself something for lunch and turned it into a whole bunch of other stuff. But I have now lunch probably, or dinner depending, for myself for probably in the next like 2 to 3 days. So that's also awesome. Then guys, this is what I am having for dinner tonight. I asked my dad for Chipotle black bean burgers, and he didn't go to Aldi, he went to Walmart this week. I was telling you guys about that whole how we ended up there this week instead of Aldi. But he got these, I think they're the Garden or something like that brand. Gardein or something, maybe, I don't remember. I know I've had some type of their like chickenless something, but he ended up getting these because, like I said, they didn't have the exact variety at Walmart that they normally do at Aldi, so he got these. So that's what I'm having, with my little bit of smushed bun with some avocado on it. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. Well guys, I'm gonna go take a shower and get to bed. Dinner was awesome. The like I was saying, that new kind of burger that I tried out, that we got from Walmart instead of Aldi, it was amazing, guys. It wasn't as spicy, because like the Chipotle black bean burger from Aldi is kind of spicy, but this had like a very like humany taste. I don't know, I really liked it. And it was a lot more like, I don't know, just like a juicier kind of like patty sort of. It actually really, the consistency was not that different though than Aldi. Like maybe just a little bit more. But then too, I don't know if it's just like sometimes my dad's grilling it and it gets a little bit more crispy than, you know, it stays nice and juicy. But anyways, I also too, guys, I seriously think that whatever was making me feel super like off, like I had like a sinus infection or whatever. I really think it was from that that room freshener thing that I had in my room, because yesterday or this morning when I woke up, I didn't feel the greatest, but then I felt like pretty much totally fine throughout the rest of the day. So I really think that it was that, and the like having it in my room all day yesterday. I think I was just allergic to it, and it was like making me sneeze, but then it was like my whole nose was so dry, it was crazy. But today I felt totally better. The other thing though is that we grilled because it was 55 degrees out as a high today, which was super nice out, and it was like a little windy out, but it was really nice. My dad and Jack actually both got a lot of yard work done for today. Jack went out and cleaned up all of the dog business out there, and my dad got to some other stuff done outside, plus he's still finishing painting the kitchen. So yeah, there was that, but because it was so nice out, that's why we decided to grill. And I think on Tuesday it's supposed to be a little bit cooler, like 40s, like high 40s I think, but the rest of this week, it looks like into next week, starting next week, is all supposed to be like upper 50s to like mid 60s, like pretty much throughout the week. So hopefully we will not have a whole lot other than maybe at the nighttime when the furnace is running, so that should also help. But I felt like garbage the last like 2 days pretty much, and like I'd say from like all day pretty much yesterday, the day before that more in the afternoon, and then a good portion of like early in the morning sort of today. But I am finally feeling better, which is also awesome. That's why I was able to I felt like get so much stuff done in the kitchen today too. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.